What's going on, guys? Storm6678 here, back with another tutorial. Now this one's going to be super quick. I don't expect it to be more than 3 minutes long. Um, Today we're going to go over the best render settings for Sony Vegas. So, first we're going to import a media clip. Let's just find just something random. One of these. Alright, so you're going to import your clip, right, and you're going to drag it down to the timeline. Now typically it asks you, do you want to set your project video settings to match this media? Don't click this and always click no. The reason being, you want your project settings right here, this little gear right here, you want your project settings to match this always. Now the one thing you can change is the 29.97 FPS. You can make that 60 FPS if you want, but I render in 30 FPS, so that's what I do. If you're editing like Flea or Millium, you would do 59.9. But so these are all my settings for video. These are my settings for audio, ruler, summary. I don't have anything there. And then you don't need to worry about audio CD. So I just want you guys to copy this stuff. Alright, pause the video. Make sure you have all your project settings as this. Alright, now I'm gonna click cancel because I didn't change anything. So when you have your media imported, right, and you, I don't know, add a couple of effects onto it. Alright, so once you have that, what you're going to do, what I typically do is when I have like my keyframes and stuff, I'll have a marker at the beginning and a marker at the end. So when you double click between it, it'll have this render loop region. So you want to double click to get that. If not, you just drag this to wherever you want to render, and whatever within these two yellow markers is what's going to be rendered. Alright, so I also forgot. Disable resample. Alright, so now that that's done, we're gonna go to this little render as button right here. Alright, so the preset I have YT better 30, so that's like for 30 FPS, and then YT better, which is 60 FPS. So I'm gonna go to customize template. Well, before you even get into that, you always want to be on Magix, AVC, AAC, MP4. That's where you're going to select. If you don't already have these settings, just make sure you hit Internet HD 30 FPS. Now, if you have 4K, you can do 4K, but I render in 1080, so you're going to click that. And then you're going to go to Customize Template and just copy all my settings down, alright? So I have 1080p, profile main, 30 FPS, NTSC, field order none, pixel aspect ratio 1, number of reference frames 2, this is unchecked, variable bitrate. So you're going to need to change this. So the bitrate, you're going to want to make sure it's 40 million, and average BPS is going to be 20 million. Number of slices is 4, encode mode. So it says main concept AVC. Oh wait, what? Sorry about that, guys. Not really sure why. So my GPU wasn't showing up. I just closed the program, opened it back up, and now it's here. Anyways, so where were we? YouTube better 30. Alright, so customize the template. Make sure you copy all my settings. I just went over them. The one thing you're going to change though is encode mode. It wasn't popping up before, but you're going to click NV encoder if possible, or whatever your GPU is. Rendering with your GPU will be like 10 times faster than rendering with your CPU, okay? So you always want to make sure you're rendering with your GPU and not your CPU. Alright? So here's all my settings. Audio, that's my audio. System, that doesn't really matter. And then project, make sure it's at best. Alright, so click OK, and then browse. I'm just gonna choose where as example, save, and then you can render that out. I recommend rendering in 30 FPS, especially if you have RSMB. RSMB does take a little bit longer to render, but and boom, just like that, we're done. Open it up. Watch it play out. This is so old.
Bro, he has a P90. Yep, you just got trapped.
It's kind of clean though.
How did I know he was gonna barrel?
Kind of clean though. Alright, well, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Any support's appreciated. Thanks again for tuning in. Best render settings tutorial. Pretty simple. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. You can also message me on Instagram at thestorm6678, and I appreciate your stopping by. Peace.